job you want, and I roll into another century. I worked hard for it, Mom. I worked really hard for it. I didn't work hard for it. I got lucky. I also think I was lucky because I grew up on a farm, not like a working farm, but like an area where all of our like second cousins lived. And so we all kind of like lived together on this farm. And it was really great experience. I had Maggie, was really great to have. She was kind of like a role model for me. I didn't have a big sister, she was it. So it was really nice to have her around. Something that Maggie did to me changed my perspective on luck, I think. We have this lake on the farm. It's really nice. It's a pond. It's kind of a lake. It's a pond. And so we all swim in this pond. And there's like parts of the pond that we consider like the seaweed parts. Like you don't go in the seaweed parts. And so I clearly remember the day that Maggie took me and my best friend Ellen, her little sister, aside. And we must have been like 6 maybe? I'm not sure. We were young. And she was like, do you guys know what the seaweed monster is? No. So she proceeded to do this, give us an extremely elaborate story on what the seaweed monster is. And it is not great to tell a 6-year-old. It was awful. So basically, there's a seaweed monster living in our lake, in the middle of the lake. And Maggie, it didn't stop at telling us the story of the seaweed monster. I very clearly remember her swimming to the middle of the lake with a floaty and flailing about, shouting, and like acting like she's getting pulled under. I really remember this. I don't know if she remembers it. I remember it. And Ellen and I are looking at each other like, oh my God, the seaweed monster has her. We were freaking out on shore. And like she comes in later and she's like, guys, the seaweed monster had me. It captured me. It had me. Ellen and I are like, no, we don't. No, I doubt it. I don't believe that at all. And she's like, yeah, do you know why? I have proof. Do you remember when I went in? My bathing suit, it was red, and now it's blue. I swear to this day, it did. It was a blue bathing suit. I promise. So this really restricted what my mom could buy me for my bathing suit wear. You know, I couldn't wear red anymore. Anyway, so that was the most unlucky thing I've ever heard. And I think that I have been very lucky in comparison. I've never been taken by the seaweed monster. There are a lot of other unlucky things, but I don't consider them that unlucky because Maggie showed me the way. She was a really great role model. I really appreciate what she did. And I called Ellen the other day. I was like, Ellen, I think I'm going to tell the seaweed monster story. Because I tell this story all the time. And she was like, oh my gosh, the one where Maggie's suit turned a different color. I was like, yes! I told it happened. There's no doubt. This happened. I have no doubt in my mind. I don't swim to the middle of the lake. I will walk around. I don't go through it ever. Yep, I think I consider myself very lucky not being taken by the seaweed.